You are in the water, and a pod of orcas has just surrounded you. These are animals that hunt great white sharks for their livers and drown blue whales twice their size. To them, you are slow, you are soft, and you are easy. And yet, in over 50 years of records, wild orcas have killed almost no one. The ocean's most efficient predator has every reason to end you, and it keeps choosing not to. That is not an accident, it is not luck. And as you are about to see, it is not mercy either. The answer is stranger than that, and it says something unsettling about what is going on behind those eyes. Forget the theme park image. An orca is the largest member of the dolphin family, a predator that can reach 32 feet and 6 tons, moving at 30 miles an hour. They live in every ocean on Earth, from the ice of the poles to the equator, and they do not hunt alone. They hunt in pods, families that stay together for life, coordinating like a wolf pack with the intelligence of a primate. They pass strategies down through generations. When a pod decides something dies, it usually does. So the real question is not whether an orca could hurt you, it is why, given all of that, it almost never has. To understand how strange their restraint is, look at what they are willing to kill. Orcas take down seals, sea lions, and dolphins. They hunt the largest animal that has ever lived, the blue whale, wearing it down over hours until it drowns. They have been filmed killing moose that made the mistake of swimming between islands. Off the coast of Argentina, they hurl themselves onto beaches to snatch sea lion pups, then wriggle back into the surf. There is almost nothing in the ocean an orca is afraid of, which makes the one creature they consistently leave alone all the more baffling. That creature is you. Here is how far their power goes. Off South Africa, a pair of orcas learned to hunt great white sharks. Not to fight them, to open them with surgical precision, extract the liver, an organ rich in oil and energy, and leave the rest. The carcasses wash ashore almost emptied, the wound clean. And the great whites, the ocean's supposed apex predator, learned fast. When those orcas move into a region, the sharks vanish, fleeing waters they have ruled for millions of years. The animal that terrifies the great white could catch you without effort. So why doesn't it? Be honest about what you are in the water. You cannot outswim them. You cannot dive away. You have no shell, no venom, no speed, no defense of any kind. To a predator that drowns whales, you are the softest target in the sea. Divers have floated in the middle of wild pods, surrounded on every side, and come back untouched. Fishermen have watched orcas glide past their small boats without a second glance. Every ingredient for a kill is there: the capability, the opportunity, the ease. And still, again and again, nothing happens. The record is almost impossibly clean. In all of recorded history, there is no reliable account of a wild orca killing a human. Not one confirmed fatal attack in the open ocean. There are a handful of moments: a test bite, a surfer bumped, a diver pushed. Encounters that could have ended a life in a single second and simply did not. Compare that to sharks, hippos, even deer, all of which kill people every year. The single most capable predator in the sea has a body count of essentially 0. And there is only one place that pattern breaks. That place is captivity. In marine parks, orcas have injured and killed their human trainers. The most famous, a bull named Tilikum, was involved in the deaths of 3 people. But look closely at what that tells us. These are animals taken from their families, confined to concrete tanks a fraction of their natural range, denied everything that makes them what they are. The wonder is not that a few captive orcas lashed out. It is that after all of that, they did it so rarely. Captivity proves the point beyond doubt. They are not sparing us because they cannot kill us. In a tank, they have. In the wild, they choose not to. So why the choice? The leading explanation is culture. Orcas are one of the few animals besides humans with true culture. Behaviors learned and passed down within a family rather than born into the genes. Different pods, called ecotypes, specialize. Some eat only fish, some eat only seals, some hunt only sharks. A calf learns from its mother and grandmother exactly what counts as prey, and it sticks to that list for life. Humans have never been on any of those lists. To a wild orca, you are not dangerous, and you are not a rival. You are simply not recognized as food. This is not vague instinct. It is discipline. A fish-eating orca can be starving and still ignore a seal swimming right beside it, because seals are not what its culture hunts. That level of selectivity is almost alien to us. It means an orca surrounding a diver is not wrestling with temptation and holding back. The thought of eating you may never seriously arise at all. You fall outside the entire category of things it has learned to treat as a meal. In a mind built by generations of specialized knowledge, you are less like forbidden prey and more like driftwood. Present, noted, and irrelevant. And then there are the moments that hint at something we cannot fully explain. Wild orcas have approached divers with what looks like curiosity, circling, watching, making eye contact, then moving on. There are accounts, harder to verify, of orcas seeming to help. In 2024, pods off Spain began ramming boats, and researchers still argue over whether it was play, stress, or a trend passing between them like a fashion. We should be careful here and label this what it is, speculation. But it raises a possibility that is difficult to shake, that on some level they know exactly what we are. Sit with what all of this means. The restraint is not weakness, and it is not kindness. It is a decision made by a mind complex enough to have a culture, a set of rules, and the discipline to follow them without fail. An orca does not spare you because it loves you. It spares you because, in the world its family taught it, you do not belong in the category of prey. That is stranger than mercy, and, in a way, colder. You are alive in that water, not because you are protected, but because a creature far more capable than you looked at you, decided, and chose to let it be. So we return to the question, why does the ocean's deadliest predator refuse to kill us? Not because it can't, it has in captivity, and it kills far larger, far more dangerous animals every day. It spares us because of culture, of learning, of a mind that decides what does and does not count as prey, and holds to that decision even when we drift helplessly within reach. The answer was never mercy, it was choice. And the next time you picture what is really down there in the dark water, remember, the most dangerous thing in the sea already knows you are there, and has simply decided you are not worth the trouble. If that stayed with you, there is one animal even the orca hesitates to fight. That is where we go next.